big city was becoming overrun with forbidden bubble gum. Laws forbidding the sale, transport, and manufacture of bubble gum were being openly violated. Local law enforcement officers were finding it impossible to cope with the gang wars as big cities on the world fought for control of the gum-running rackets. Citizens were complaining that their shoes were being stuck to the streets they walked on. Once the bubblegum craze caught on, it didn't let loose easily. Because the streets were mottled with this sticky goo, people in the big city were being given a new name: the Unscrubables. Elliot Mess and his federal enforcement officers were called in to scrape the town clean of bubble blowing and gum running. Raids on speakeasies, where the sale of bubble gum was known to be taking place, netted Mess some small quantities of the illegal material. Frank Nutty, leader of big cities on the world, was depending on the fear of gangland reprisal to operate his gum running without police interference. The word from Washington to Elliot Mess: catch Frank Nutty.
Elliot! Muggsy Morano was bumped off. Muggsy was one of Frank Nutty's boys, wasn't he? Uh-huh. He was a gum runner and tree runner for Nutty. Didn't Muggsy have a wife? Uh-huh. She has a act at the Ritz, one of Nutty's clubs. Calls herself Laura Lennox. I think I'll have a talk with her.
See Laura Lennox.
When the wind is free, take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Eat an apple every day, be in bed by 3. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Be careful crossing streets, ooh, don't eat meat, ooh, cut out sweets, ooh, you'll get a pain and ruin your tum-tum. Stay away from college boys when you're on a spree. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me.
Miss Murata, your husband was a gum runner for Frank Nutty. We were just wondering how he came to be killed.
I'm not an unhappy widow, Mr. Meth. I've got a good job here at Mr. Nutty's nightclub. Muggsy had an accident.
Well, all the same, here's my card in case you want to get in touch with me.
Stakeouts were made by Elliot and Chico to watch gum machines in hopes that those sent to fill them might lead to the source of supply. Raids on stores known to be selling bubble gum were made by Mess. Packages marked with innocent-looking contents were seized and examined for contraband gum. Without information from someone unafraid of Frank Nutty, the sale of bad bubble gum would continue.
Matt speaking. Oh, hello, Mrs. Murata. Where is your apartment? We'll be right over.
Come in, Mr. Meth. I suppose you're wondering why I called you after what I said.
Not especially. You're a citizen.
Muggsy worked for Frank Nutty for 5 years, Mr. Meth, bringing in the bubble gum. When he was found dead, he had a wad of bubble gum the size of a baseball in his mouth.
Choked to death. Mrs. Murata, did your husband chew bubble gum very often?
He never chewed, Mr. Meth. You see, it used to get caught in his braces.
Do you know where I can find Frank Nutty?
No, but I know where Muggsy used to deliver the gum. It's a warehouse on 85th State Street.
We appreciate your help, Mrs. Murata.
If Nutty found out, he'd kill me.
Don't worry, he won't find out.
That afternoon, Elliot Mess and Chico made a raid on the address given them by Laura Lennox Marato.
Bubblegum, Elliot. There must be $10 worth.
Yes, and equipment to cut it and make phony baseball cards.
If we smash this operation, we'll put Frank Nutty out of business.
Yes, the bubble gum will blow up right in his face.
Hands up.
He can't, Mr. Miss. I put bubble gum on the door and his hand stuck to it.
Come on, Nellie. We got a nice cell waiting for you. You're a pretty smart girl, Laura.
Thank you, Elliot.
Thanks to Laura Lennox, Elliot Mess was able to rid Big City of one more gangster. Words of praise from federal headquarters in Washington were received by Elliot and Chico. Big City was proud to be able to walk the streets once more. Without bubble gum, the town was made clean. Those who once chewed this permanent goo now changed to soap bubbles. Residents of Big City took cheer in Mess's salvo, which turned the tide. The joy of seeing Big City all spick and span didn't put a dash of silver dust in Mess's pocket. But everyone said the new trend does everything. No soft soap was used on the hoodlums of Frank Nutty's gang. As for Frank Nutty, he was washed up.